the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Cousins on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Third and long for Cousins. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll set them back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's got Rome. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Trubisky on first down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Alert, 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 alert. Smooth. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
A toss to Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Mike 5-4. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trubisky now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
We got this.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Hey, I-7.
To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On the return is Cohen. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4,
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. Trubisky now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Draw play, Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play action now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Result of the play, first down.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Check. Crouch. Stop.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Blue down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Push him back. To the hey, wahoo!
Cousins again. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Cook following the penalty. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Trubisky will throw, and that is incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 24.
Again, it's Cook. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now a run with Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Yellow. Go.
Cousins to throw it. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth.
Check, check. Hey, let's get in them holes. Black, black.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now Trubisky on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, ball. Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Bears 34, Vikings 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's got some space here. And running with power here. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Let's go. First. Let's bring it.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Corey Grant, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Mike, 180. Mike, 5-4. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. No.
And they'll indeed take a knee. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.